232, right heading 235.
Hey, how's it going everybody? Pilot Frederick here, back in DCS world. As you can see, this is version 2.7. Now this released just about an hour ago. I got it downloaded and did myself a favor and took myself out for a little flight. Now, I just thought I'd record a little video and show you guys some of the new features and some of the things I've noticed that aren't actually listed in the changelog for the F-16C. First of all, it being right here, actually now that we're going to enter the runway, I'm going to turn on the landing light. Just been standing here getting some gas, and when we turn on the landing or the taxi light, you'll notice that the light comes on progressively. It doesn't just instantly pop on and shine like it used to. Once we put it to landing light, you'll actually see that it comes on nice and progressively. So it's short little animation for that now, which is what it's like in real life as well. You can see there with the taxi light, it does the same thing. It actually looks like there's two bulbs, one that comes on and the other one comes on after, or just might be something with the animation. Another thing that we're going to notice here as we taxi out and line up on the runway is that when we get airborne and pull up our gear, we can actually hear much more of the gear action going on. Specifically, you'll hear little thuds when the gear doors close, I do believe, or when the gear come in the op lock position. So we'll just pay close attention to that when we depart. And other than that, damn, it looks good. I noticed that everything down here looks a lot like darker, gray, muddy. This is the Overcast 1 preset, and so there naturally are a lot of clouds, but you can really get that effect that those clouds are blocking the sun out, and you'll see that in a moment when we get up there, that this kind of dark and moody and gray color scheme is going to turn much more bright and lively and happy once we get up above the clouds. So without further ado, we'll get going here and make sure to listen for that landing gear door close.
Altitude.
There we go. We can hear those landing gear doors come up. We're accelerating past 450 knots and up we go. Bring it out of burner. You can really see those clouds moving about around us. This is looking just incredible. Bear in mind again, this is the Overcast 1 preset and my clouds are on the highest setting. I do believe it's called Ultra, but I don't remember. Passing through 10,000 feet now, you can see we have just passed through that first cloud layer, and the colors up here are starting to look a little more bright, a little happier, because we are then again getting closer to the sun. Now for the grand reveal here, I actually want to fly under this upper layer of clouds and pass through it, and once we come up, it'll look incredible, absolutely incredible. So these clouds are really volumetric. We'll see that now as I start climbing and passing through. We'll see that the clouds will completely block out any view we have, any visuals, and it actually feels like you're flying through a hunk of cloud and not just a 2D image displayed on your screen. You can see the sun coming through, breaking through there, and we are out and on top, and would you look at that, looks absolutely incredible. This is truly game-changing. This is going to take a long time to get used to and going to be fun checking out all the different features and presets of the new clouds and seeing how they impact performance and how it is to navigate through and all that good stuff. You can really see now that the cockpit has become a lot brighter now that we have a direct line of view with the sun. It is about 10 a.m. in the morning where I am flying out right now, I'm going to turn up our DED display just a little bit. You can really see how nice this looks with this overcast preset and all these clouds just getting illuminated at the front and then casting a shadow out in the back. Just stunning. ED really did themselves outdid themselves on this update. Just look at this, like right here, this area of nothing, and you can like look through and see it, the layer further down below. It's just incredible, man. When you fly through you can see these like thin outlier clouds here. When you pass through them, they haze up your canopy, and when you come into one of those thicker parts, it really kills your vision. So I'll do a test here with the volumetrics. We're passing through a bit now, and you can really see how that, you know, kind of blocks out the sun. Just stunning. This is game-changing. I'll go ahead and come back up and fly through here. You see, you can really see that color scheme change now. Everything's gray and dark as we're inside the cloud. And then as we come out on top, this feels very real, very authentic, much better than the old cloud system. And in my humble opinion, I don't actually think the old system was that bad, but this is incredible. We're gonna come back down now, and we're gonna do a landing. Look, it really blocks your vision. The airport's just behind here, but damn, this looks good. You can really properly do cloud surfing now. And then this is just flying, you know. These great aircraft aren't just meant for flying, but you know, they're meant to be used as weapon systems, obviously. And so this just introduces a whole other factor that you got to think about whenever you're doing combat missions on DCS World. It's been a really long time since I've seen anything this good of an improvement to a flight simulator. Man. Once again, just kind of barely touching the clouds here, and you can really see how that like affects us, how we interact with it. Another thing I've noticed on the F-16 is the braking. The braking has been tweaked, so at high speed it doesn't feel like the braking is changed that much when you're rolling down with your nose still up. But when you come to a slower speed and your nose gear comes down, the brakes feel like they actually do some proper working now. With the ABC, the advanced brake controller, it feels like it's actually modeled properly now, and it's actually doing something. So what we're going to do here is we're going to come in for a landing, turn around the end, and we're going to change the preset really quickly, because I'm just flying out of the mission manager or mission editor right now. And we can try something else like scattered or broken. This is overcast again. Do notice a bit of a frame drop actually as we come in right now. Could be because I'm recording. Not sure. We actually lost quite a good amount of frames here. Oh, there. That's strange. I haven't noticed that before. Could be optimization. And then we'll talk about the frame rate performance impacts once again when I start up the sim. Or not start up, but when I load back in with the new preset. Yeah, it could be. I'm not sure. There you can really hear those gear coming down now. It's time to get a new graphics card. My 1080 isn't keeping up as much as it used to. Then again, it is almost impossible to get a graphics card nowadays. But I'll demonstrate again once we land the brakes. It really feels like they, you know, actually grip on and brake. The old ones felt very, very light. It was really hard to brake. If you could see that you were about to overshoot the runway, there was not a chance that you weren't. But with these, I actually think a lot of runway overshoots can be avoided. There we are. Now I'm not touching the brakes right now, I'm just doing aero braking. We're gonna let the nose come down on the deck here. There we go. And now I'm gonna deploy full speed brake and start actually braking. Not that much right now, just lightly braking because I want to go down to the end of the runway. But right now, this is full brakes. I'll just full brake all the way to stop. That feels like the brakes actually do a lot more braking than they used to. So, might just be something they forgot to put in. Just a small tweak, but it's a nice one. Now I don't actually have a hot aircraft in this mission, but we're gonna have to add that really quickly. Again, looks really good. I was having some frame rate drops as I was coming in. Not sure what that was about. My graphics card is already pegged, so I'll have to have a look. Right, let's go ahead and quit and get back in the mission editor really quickly here. Now, changing around the clouds is quite simple. All we have to do is go here in the mission editor, click on the clouds and the time and weather. And we get presets up here. There's a base with the altitude. You can set where the base altitude is and the QNH. And you can also choose the wind and set that up as you desire. This is part of the old system, so I would recommend not touching it. I think you can put this to nothing, and that will enable you to mess around with this again. We're going to do a scattered 5. I was using an overcast 1, and when you hover your mouse over, they'll let you know few scattered clouds, what each of them entails. So this is 2 layers, broken high altitude, and for instance, this one is a 3-layer overcast. So we're gonna do the scattered 5. This is a 2-layer and large, thick clouds, which is that sounds really nice, and also looks really good from this picture. So we're gonna do that. And I also have an aircraft that should be hot and ready to go on the runway, so I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, here we are loaded in at the runway, ready to go. This is the scattered 5 preset. Just checking my flight controls. Hopefully everything is good to go, as this is just a hot aircraft that we've loaded in. Everything looks alright. Let's go ahead and take off. Once again, listen to that landing gear door close. There comes the burners. That is my first time flying with these clouds, or this cloud preset. Let's go ahead and listen as the gear come up. Pretty cool that. This has got a new tag system. So oh wow. Approaching that speed barrier quick.
Tag flare. Altitude.
Try not to black out our pilot here. Should probably stop goofing around. Let's go ahead and look at what these clouds look like. Couple of weird things happening. There's still got a bit of bugs to flatten out, but I'd say this is a really good release here. These clouds are supposed to be thick, so let's see. That one was not that thick actually. But damn, looks hella good. Again, just really good looking, these clouds. You can see here that compared to the other overcast one, that the difference between the two layers is quite a lot. Not sure if that is a heat blur effect or what's going on there. It's kind of warping. These are some big puffy clouds. Wow. Taking a screenshot, this looks good. It's going to fly through this one and then come down and fly through one that is beneath us. Wow, really see how the color changes in there. Now I have no visuals of anything, just flying off instrumentation. Maintain altitude in here and see what it looks like once we come out of the cloud again. And there we are. I'm gonna fly in, make a straight in approach here, maybe come back out of the supersonic regime here. And yeah, overall, I am very pleased with this update. A bit of optimization still needed to fix those small warping issues. And there was that one specific scenario where I actually lost a lot of frames. But I'm averaging out about 5% less, and I'm running these at ultra, and my graphics card is already capped at 100% load. So actually really happy with performance, and I might just have to turn down my cloud settings here not to lose any more performance, and hopefully Eagle Dynamics will come out with a couple of optimization and patch fixes after this once people report in the issues.
Altitude. Altitude.
I'm gonna try to get this video uploaded today, and I hope you guys really enjoyed what you saw there. So just a little video of me flying around in the new clouds in DCS world. Alright, let's listen to that gear. You can actually hear it locking in down position now. Yep, you can hear it. Alright. Flying upside down with gear out. Normally I wouldn't make a landing like this, I would do a brake like earlier, but that did really kill my performance. Could be because I was looking at the sun. Wow, you can really see those reflections. I think it looks like they've changed some of the coloring of the simulator. Feels like, again, here and there's a couple of things that have been changed that actually haven't made it onto the change log, or that I've just plain out not been able to see. Again, let's take a look at the braking here. Feels a lot more powerful, especially once you become below the 80 knots. Alright, that's just been me flying around in DCS version 2.7 with the new clouds. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Pilot for Trick out.